Welcome back to our channel. Today, we are going to talk about one of the biggest problems English learners face: lack of confidence. Many people know English in their mind, but when they try to speak, fear suddenly appears. They become nervous. They forget words, they worry about mistakes, and slowly, they stop speaking completely. But listen carefully. Confidence is not magic. Confidence is a skill, and just like every skill, it can be trained step by step. In this video, you will learn powerful lessons that can help you speak English more confidently and naturally. These lessons are simple, practical, and easy to understand for beginners. So relax your mind, believe in yourself, and let's begin. Lesson 1. Stop fear of mistakes. One of the biggest reasons people cannot speak English confidently is fear, not lack of intelligence, not lack of talent, not lack of vocabulary. Fear. Many learners know English inside their mind. They understand grammar. They understand words. They understand simple conversations. But when it is time to speak, they suddenly become nervous. Their heart beats faster. Their mind becomes blank. And they start thinking, what if I say something wrong? What if people laugh at me? What if my grammar is bad? What if my pronunciation sounds strange? Because of these thoughts, many people stay silent, and silence slowly destroys confidence. Listen carefully. If you want confidence in speaking English, you must stop being afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are not proof that you are stupid. Mistakes are proof that you are learning. Every fluent English speaker you admire today once made many mistakes too. They also spoke broken English. They also forgot words. They also felt embarrassed sometimes. But they continued practicing. That is why they improved. Imagine a child learning to walk. At first, the child falls many times. But the child does not stop trying. The child keeps standing up again and again. And slowly, walking becomes natural. English speaking works the same way. At first, speaking feels uncomfortable. You may pause a lot. You may use wrong grammar. You may pronounce words incorrectly. That is completely normal. You are learning a new skill. Nobody becomes fluent in one day. Another dangerous thing many learners do is waiting for perfect English before speaking. They think, I will speak after I become perfect. But listen carefully. Perfection is not the beginning of confidence. Practice is the beginning of confidence. Confidence grows through action. The more you speak, the more comfortable your brain becomes. The more mistakes you survive, the less scary mistakes feel. And slowly, fear becomes smaller. Another important truth is this: most people are too busy thinking about themselves to judge your English as much as you imagine. Many learners overthink too much. They believe everyone is watching every mistake carefully. But in reality, most people respect effort. And honestly, many people are also afraid of making mistakes themselves. Do not let imaginary fear stop your progress. Another powerful thing you must understand is this: mistakes help your brain improve. Every time you make a mistake and correct it, your brain learns something new. That is how learning works. Imagine learning to ride a bicycle. You cannot learn perfectly without falling sometimes. Falling teaches balance. The same happens with English. Mistakes teach fluency. Without mistakes, real improvement becomes difficult. Another dangerous habit is comparing yourself to fluent speakers. Many beginners watch confident English speakers and suddenly feel weak. They think, my English is terrible. I will never speak like that. But remember this carefully. You are comparing your beginning to someone else's result. You did not see their years of mistakes, fear, practice, and struggle. Fluency is built slowly, one conversation at a time, one mistake at a time, one practice session at a time. Another important thing is this: fear grows when you avoid speaking. The more you avoid English speaking, the scarier it becomes. But when you start practicing regularly, your brain slowly relaxes. For example, the first time you speak English publicly, you may feel nervous. The second time feels slightly easier. After many repetitions, your confidence slowly grows. This happens because the brain adapts through experience. Action reduces fear. Avoidance increases fear. That is why daily speaking practice is extremely important. Even if your English is simple, speak anyway. Simple English is powerful. You do not need difficult words to communicate. For example, I am learning English. I feel nervous sometimes. I want to improve. These are simple sentences, but speaking simple English confidently is much better than staying silent forever. Another important truth is this: people who laugh at learners often have their own insecurities. Strong people encourage growth. Weak people mock effort. Do not let negative people control your future. Every new skill looks awkward in the beginning. That is part of growth. Another powerful habit is speaking to yourself. Many learners think they need perfect speaking partners all the time. But you can practice alone too. Talk about your day. Describe objects around you. Read English aloud. This removes pressure and builds confidence gradually. And little by little, your speaking becomes smoother. Another thing you must understand is this: confidence is not the absence of mistakes. Confidence is the courage to continue speaking even after mistakes happen. That is real confidence. Fluent speakers still make mistakes sometimes, but they continue speaking naturally because they are not controlled by fear. You must develop the same mindset. Another dangerous problem is overthinking grammar while speaking. Many learners try to build perfect sentences inside their mind before opening their mouth. Because of this, speaking becomes slow and stressful. Focus on communication first. Grammar will improve naturally over time with practice. The goal is not perfection. The goal is connection and improvement. Remember this carefully. Your future fluency is hiding behind your fear of mistakes. The moment you stop fearing mistakes, your speaking confidence starts growing much faster. So speak more. Practice daily. Allow yourself to sound imperfect, because every mistake is not failure. It is one more step toward becoming a confident English speaker. Lesson 2. Practice speaking every day. Confidence in speaking English does not come from only reading books or watching videos. Confidence comes from speaking. Many learners study English for years, but they still feel nervous while speaking. Why? Because they practice silently too much. They read grammar. They learn vocabulary. They watch English videos. But they do not train their mouth daily. Listen carefully. Your mouth needs practice just like your brain. If you want confident English speaking, you must speak every day. Even small daily speaking practice is powerful. For example, you can speak simple English while doing normal activities. When you wake up, say, "Good morning. I need water. Today, I will practice English." While eating food, say, "This food is good. I am eating lunch." While walking outside, say, "The weather is nice. There are many people here." These small sentences may feel simple, but they train your brain and mouth together, and little by little, speaking becomes easier. Another important thing is this: do not wait for perfect English before speaking. Many people think, I need more vocabulary first. I need better grammar first. No, you improve speaking by speaking. That is the secret. A child learns language by using simple words again and again. You must do the same. Simple English spoken daily is very powerful. Another problem many learners have is inconsistency. One day they practice a lot, then they stop for many days. This slows confidence. Speaking confidence grows through repetition. Daily practice makes your brain comfortable with English. Even 10 or 15 minutes daily can create big improvement after some months. Another powerful habit is reading aloud. Many people read English only inside their mind. But reading aloud trains pronunciation, confidence, and speaking flow. Take a simple English paragraph and read slowly. Repeat difficult sentences many times. This helps your mouth become comfortable with English sounds. Another good habit is talking to yourself in English. Some learners feel shy speaking with other people. That is okay. Start alone. Describe your day. Describe your room. Talk about your plans. This removes fear slowly, and your confidence starts growing naturally. Another important truth is this: speaking may feel uncomfortable in the beginning. You may pause often. You may forget words. You may make mistakes. That is normal. Do not stop because of discomfort. Every fluent speaker once felt uncomfortable too, but they continued practicing. That is why they improved. Another thing you must understand is this: confidence grows slowly. Do not expect huge change in 1 week. Fluency is built little by little. One sentence at a time. One conversation at a time. One practice session at a time. Be patient with yourself. And remember this carefully: the more you speak English daily, the less fear you feel. Because practice makes English feel natural. So stop waiting. Open your mouth and start speaking today. Even simple English practice every day can completely change your confidence in the future. Lesson 3. Stop comparing yourself to others. One of the biggest reasons people lose confidence in speaking English is comparison. They watch fluent English speakers on YouTube, social media, or in real life and suddenly feel weak. They think, my English is terrible. I speak too slowly. I will never become fluent. They are much smarter than me. And slowly, their confidence becomes smaller and smaller. Listen carefully. Comparison is dangerous because it makes you forget your own progress. Instead of focusing on learning, you start focusing on other people's journey. And this creates stress, fear, and frustration. Remember this carefully. Every fluent English speaker was once a beginner. Every confident speaker once felt nervous too. They also made mistakes. They also forgot words. They also spoke broken English in the beginning. But most people only see the final result. They do not see the years of practice behind it. Imagine seeing a big, strong tree. You admire its beauty and size, but you forget something important. That tree started as a tiny seed. It needed time to grow. English fluency works the same way. Nobody becomes fluent overnight. Confidence grows step by step. Another dangerous thing about comparison is this: it creates unnecessary pressure. Many learners become afraid to speak because they want to sound perfect like native speakers immediately. But this mindset slows improvement. Why? Because fear makes speaking difficult. A relaxed learner improves much faster than a stressed learner. You do not need perfect English right now. You only need progress. Another important truth is this: Everyone learns at a different speed. Some people improve quickly because they practice more. Some people have more free time. Some started learning earlier. Some live in English-speaking environments. Your situation is different. So stop judging yourself unfairly. Focus on your own growth. For example, maybe 1 year ago you understood almost nothing in English. Now you can understand simple conversations. That is progress. Maybe before you were too afraid to speak even one sentence. Now you can speak a little. That is also progress. Be proud of small improvements. Small progress becomes big success later. Another mistake many learners make is comparing their beginning to someone else's middle or ending. This is unfair. Imagine a person learning English for 2 months comparing themselves to someone practicing for 5 years. Of course, the difference will be big, but that does not mean improvement is impossible. It simply means growth takes time. Another powerful thing you must understand is this. Your journey is unique. Maybe your goal is confidence. Maybe your goal is traveling. Maybe your goal is getting a better job. Maybe your goal is speaking with international people. Your reason is personal, so your learning path will also be personal. You do not need to follow someone else's exact speed. Another dangerous effect of comparison is losing motivation. Some learners become so focused on fluent speakers that they stop enjoying learning. English starts feeling stressful instead of exciting. But learning should feel like growth, not punishment. Relax your mind. You are learning a new skill. Skills improve through patience and repetition. Another important truth is this. Confidence grows when you focus on yourself. When you practice daily, speak regularly, and celebrate small wins, your confidence naturally becomes stronger. But when your attention stays on other people all the time, your confidence becomes weak. That is why strong learners focus on improvement, not competition. Another powerful habit is using other people as inspiration instead of comparison. When you see a fluent speaker, do not think, I can never speak like that. Instead, think, if they learned English, maybe I can too. That mindset creates hope and motivation. And motivation helps confidence grow. Another thing you must understand is this. Fluency is not a race. There's no prize for becoming fluent faster than everyone else. The real goal is becoming better than your old self. Even slow improvement is still improvement. Never forget that. Another important lesson is this. Your mistakes do not define your future. Many learners compare one bad speaking moment to someone else's best performance. That is unfair to yourself. Everyone has bad days. Even fluent speakers sometimes forget words or make mistakes. That is normal. Do not let one difficult moment destroy your confidence. Keep practicing. Keep improving. Another powerful truth is this. The person you admire today probably once felt exactly like you feel now. Nervous, shy, uncertain. But they continued anyway. And because they continued, their confidence slowly changed. The same thing can happen to you. Remember this carefully. Your English journey belongs to you, not to social media, not to other learners, not to the crowd. Focus on your own practice, your own progress, your own growth. And little by little, your confidence will become stronger than you ever imagined. Because real confidence is not built by comparing yourself to others. It is built by becoming better than the person you were yesterday. Lesson 4. Speak without overthinking. Many English learners think too much before speaking. They try to create perfect sentences inside their head. They worry about grammar. They worry about pronunciation. They worry about mistakes. And because of this, speaking becomes slow and stressful. Listen carefully. Overthinking destroys confidence. When you think too much, fear becomes bigger. Your brain becomes nervous and confused. But confident speakers focus more on communication than perfection. For example, imagine driving a car for the first time. At first, you think about every small movement carefully. But after regular practice, driving becomes natural. English speaking works the same way. The more you speak, the less you need to think about every word. Another important thing is this: simple English is enough. You do not need difficult vocabulary to speak confidently. Short, clear sentences are powerful. For example, I am happy today. I need some help. I like this idea. These simple sentences build fluency and confidence slowly. Another mistake many learners make is stopping after every small error. Do not stop constantly to fix every grammar mistake. Keep speaking. Flow is important. Confidence grows when your brain becomes comfortable expressing ideas naturally. And remember this carefully. Speaking confidence improves through practice, not through silent overthinking. So relax your mind and speak more freely every day. Lesson 5. Believe that you can improve. Confidence starts inside your mind. If you constantly tell yourself, "My English is weak. I cannot speak fluently. I am not smart enough," your confidence becomes smaller. Negative thinking creates fear, but positive thinking creates hope and motivation. Listen carefully. Your brain believes the words you repeat daily. If you repeat negative thoughts again and again, your mind starts accepting them as truth. That is why mindset is extremely important. Instead of saying, "My English is terrible," say, "My English is improving slowly." Instead of saying, "I cannot speak," say, "I am learning every day." These small changes are powerful. Another important truth is this: confidence grows step by step. Nobody becomes fluent overnight. Every small conversation matters. Every practice session matters. Every mistake teaches something new. Little by little, your English improves. And one day you suddenly realize you understand more. You speak more easily. You feel less fear. That transformation comes from patience and belief. Another thing you must understand is this: you do not need to become perfect to become confident. Confidence means continuing even when you still have weaknesses. Strong learners believe improvement is possible. That belief helps them continue during difficult days. And because they continue, they eventually improve. Remember this carefully. Your future English confidence depends greatly on your mindset today. Believe in your growth. Believe in your practice. Believe in yourself. Because confidence is not something only talented people have. Confidence is something built slowly through courage, patience, and daily effort. Do not be afraid to speak English. Mistakes are part of learning. Practice is part of growth. And confidence is built step by step. Speak every day. Think in English. Listen carefully. And believe in yourself. Remember, every fluent English speaker was once nervous too, but they continued practicing, and you can do the same. If this video helped you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful English learning and motivational videos. See you in the next video.